Chosen one, listen to me carefully. I have an important and urgent message to share today, and this message is not for everyone. This message is only for those who are truly walking the divine path of God. If you are not serious about your faith, if you are only curious, distracted, or playing with spirituality, this is not for you. You can leave now. But if you are a true follower of God, if your spirit feels stirred right now, then understand this clearly. This message was meant to find you. This did not reach you by accident. It reached you at the exact moment God decided you were ready. And yes, what you are about to hear has the power to change your inner life completely. Chosen one, God wants you to merge with the source. He is calling you beyond noise, beyond fear, beyond striving. He is inviting you back into His presence, not as a visitor, but as one who abides. Stay with me till the very end, because what I will share today will bring clarity to your confusion, peace to your restless mind, and strength to your spirit in a way you may have never experienced before. Before we continue, chosen ones, give a like to this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, tap the bell icon, and share this message with other chosen ones so they too can receive this divine alignment, and comment 777 below to declare that you are ready to walk in full alignment with God's will. What the source really is, beyond religion into presence. Now listen carefully, chosen one, because this is where many people misunderstand God. When I speak about the source, I am not introducing something new, strange, or outside Christianity. I am bringing you back to what was always there but slowly forgotten. The source is not a concept. The source is not a philosophy. The source is not a feeling you chase during worship and then lose again. The source is the living, breathing presence of God Himself. Many believers know God with their mind, but very few live connected to Him with their inner being. They know scriptures, prayers, songs, and traditions. But knowing about God and being connected to God are not the same thing. And this is where the exhaustion comes from. This is where confusion begins. This is where chosen ones start wondering why they still feel empty even though they believe, pray, and try their best. The source is the place where effort stops and presence begins. When Jesus said, "Abide in me and I in you," He was not speaking poetry. He was describing a state of being. He was pointing toward union, toward connection, toward what I am calling the source. The source is God's Spirit flowing into your spirit without resistance. It is God not just above you, but within you, guiding, strengthening, correcting, and comforting you from the inside. Religion teaches many people how to approach God. The source teaches you how to remain with Him. Chosen one, this is important. You were never designed to live disconnected. You were never meant to constantly reach upward while feeling empty inward. That tension you have felt for years, that silent tiredness in your soul, that sense that something is missing even when everything looks fine on the outside, that is not weakness. That is a signal that you were created for union, not distance. The source is where fear loses its grip, because fear cannot survive where God's presence is steady. Anxiety fades there, not because life becomes perfect, but because your inner anchor becomes unshakable. When you are connected to the source, circumstances no longer control your inner state. That is why God is calling you there now. Many chosen ones confuse emotions with connection. They think if they don't feel spiritual, then God must be far. But the source is deeper than emotion. Emotions rise and fall. The source remains. God's presence does not come and go. What comes and goes is your awareness of Him. And this is where distraction plays its role. Noise pulls you outward. Trauma pulls you inward in unhealthy ways. Disappointment teaches you to guard your heart too tightly. Slowly, without realizing it, you begin to live from the surface of yourself instead of the depth where God dwells. You still believe, you still pray, but you are no longer resting in Him. You are striving for Him. Chosen one, God never asked you to strive for Him. He asked you to walk with him. The source is not something you earn. It is something you return to, like a child returning home after wandering too far, thinking they had to survive alone. The moment you turn back, you realize the door was never closed. You just stopped sitting inside. This is why chosen ones often feel different from others. You sense God more deeply, so disconnection hurts you more deeply. Others can live distracted and feel fine. You cannot, because you were designed to operate from the source. Your peace, clarity, and strength are not optional luxuries. They are necessities for your calling. And let me tell you something gently but firmly. God is not disappointed in you for feeling disconnected. He is not angry with you for drifting. He understands. He sees how life pulled at you, how responsibilities weighed on you, how wounds changed you. That is why he is calling you now, not with condemnation, but with invitation. The source is where healing begins without force, where clarity comes without overthinking, where obedience feels natural, not heavy. When you are connected to the source, you don't have to ask God to speak louder. You become quieter. And in that quietness, his voice becomes clear. This is also why the world feels overwhelming lately. Not because you are weak, but because you are sensitive to spiritual imbalance. When you are disconnected from the source, the world's chaos feels louder. When you are merged with the source, the same world exists, but it no longer controls you. Chosen one, the source is not somewhere you go. It is someone you stay with. God is not calling you to learn more. He is calling you to return deeper, to stop running on spiritual fumes, to stop surviving on past encounters, to stop treating his presence as an occasional visit instead of a permanent dwelling. You were not created to visit the presence of God. You were created to live there. And as we go deeper, you will begin to understand why this call is happening now, why your life has been shifting, and why God is gently but firmly pulling you back into himself. Stay with me. What comes next will help you make sense of everything you've been feeling but couldn't explain. Why God is calling you to merge now. The timing is not random. Chosen one, I want you to understand this deeply. God never moves without purpose, and he never calls without timing. What you are experiencing right now did not come out of nowhere. The inner shifts, the restlessness, the silence, the questions, even the confusion you couldn't explain, none of it is random. This is not a delay. This is not punishment. This is preparation. God is calling you to merge with the source now because this season requires a deeper level of alignment than you have ever walked in before. There are moments in life when belief is